Don't let your dogs jump on the grooming table. And hopefully mine won't either. Come here, I want to see what it's got.
Okay, you tell them what.
Check this stick. Right. So we're going to start with wait means watch. And that's when you walk away from your dog, you don't want the dog stalking around, scratching your head. You see what's going on over in utility or whatever other class there is. Start that out with treat. And first you cute. Tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Do the paper first, okay?
Okay, the first three things are the yes, the no, and the what.
Okay. All right. So yes, when I say yes, I mean it. When I say yes, that means you've done it right. That's your release word, and you're going to get a cookie. So if I try to sit, yes, have a cookie. Okay.
Say agree.
I moved my hand. Okay. So if I say green beans, and she doesn't do it, then now I'm going to help her do it. Green beans. Good. Good. Which took you a cookie. So I had to help her do it. So when I come back to it, and I sit, yes, and she can have a cookie. Now, let's say I say sit and she goes down. Yes. So then I'm going to give her a no command, a no marker, and I'm going to like kind of slide her a down signal, but I'm going to say sit. So I'm screwing my dog up for you guys, okay? So, sit. Sit. Good, good. Now the good means yes, that's what I want. Good, good. She doesn't get a cookie for that.
It really isn't her fault.
No, but that's to show you, if you do make a mistake, what you're going to do.
Well, I told Wilderness that she went down today, you could use her.
So then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give her another opportunity to be right. Sit. Yes. And then I'm going to reward her. Okay? So when they do it wrong, we give them a and have them do it over. At this point, we're not doing any kind of a correction for it. Because we don't want them to stress out and worry that they're going to get a correction for not paying attention or not doing something. Am I understand?
Yeah,
So they do it over and then you say good if they do it correctly.
Yes, yeah, they say good while I'm fixing it. If we start over again and they do it correctly, then they get the yes and a reward. But they don't get a reward if I have to fix them and we're still within that exercise. And I haven't broken them out and started over again. All right? So, wait. Sure, get them in here.
You want them on top of his screen?
So all we're practicing right now are your markers. And hopefully everybody's only going to be practicing their yes marker. Yeah, whatever command you want. I don't think it matters what command they give.
You're all going to do it all on your own. We're not
Yeah,
going to call.
just do it on your own. Do it 2 or 3 times, and
Yes. Yes.
all right. Now wait a minute. Well, you're not. The yes is a release, along with an affirmative. You're doing it right. The yes is actually a release, along with Yes.
So we tell her good girl, give her a treat, and yes to release her.
You don't even have to tell her good girl. Yes is enough. And this is their way, this is the people that are doing the seminar. These are the top dog people. That's what this is all based on. So, you can use any word you want. I'm just saying yes, you can use any word you want. The word doesn't matter. What matters is that Shyla's down, she's done it right. I want to let her know she's right, and I want to give her a reward. Yes. And I want her to pop up and give her a reward.
When you're trying to add some duration, and I want him to stay there for a little bit. Do I?
Well, right now,
Don't work on duration.
not right now. Right now, we're working on attention and so forth. But when you want to extend the time, so you would be down, and maybe you would count, if you're working on duration, count. Say count to 15. You got up to 14, the next time you do it, you're getting up, you're releasing at 13. And you want to slowly extend the time. Right, so you're wanting to be successful. That is your objective for him to be successful whenever you do this.
So yes, and like that? So, sit. Yes, good girl.
Okay, everybody's got it.
Okay. Don't. Did you ever see the movie Overboard? You don't shove the cookie in the dog's mouth.
You know, you're taking all the fun out of this class. I'm telling you.
No. Let her take the cookie from you. Let her reach out for it a little bit.
Yes.
There, that's better. She reached for it. You didn't put that last little thing in there.
So sit. Yes. Good girl.
And we don't even care if she jumps up. Jumping up is great. But if she doesn't jump, because you're trying to build her drive up. We don't even care about the jumping up part as long as they're reaching out.
Do you want everybody to go out?
They all are Shyla.
Okay.
I haven't heard of Shyla doesn't do this over here.
All right. So you guys watch this.
Okay. Now I've not done this with Shyla before, so she's liable to make mistakes. Alright? And what we're doing here is we're going to condition the weight. Take her off the So, what I want, and I've never done this before, so I'm actually going to be watching her to see if she does it. So I'm going to tell her to wait, and I'm just going to step a couple feet away, and I'm going to hold my wait command. Now, I'm going to use the wait command daily, not my normal wait command. I'm just using it to make it easier to follow their directions for me. You do not have to use this wait command. Use whatever command you want, whatever signal you want, but I'm going to make it easy for you. Right. So, what they would do is they would wait, and they would hold this command, hold this thing, and then I think at first she steps back. Step back. Now after she has that down, or do I stay turned this way? I stay turned this way. I should have said okay, not get it.
Sure, that her dog is not looking away. If she walks away, she's watching. What do you do if the dog looks away?
You just go back and start over. There's no correction for looking away. What you would do is, let's say she was watching me here, but when I got 4 or 5 feet out from that, she stopped watching, then I would shorten the distance I was going so I would reward her for it. Okay?
Let her be successful.
I want it. My job is to make her successful. Alright? right? With this method that we're doing right here, our job is not to correct the dog, but to make sure the dog is successful. Okay? So, just do it one more time, and we can all try it. Whatever level you're at, wait. Okay. And then you want the dog to immediately back to you, not researching. That is very good cheese, by the way. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, okay. So now, this is all building up to the recall. So the dog watches you, and when you get down to the other end of the ring, turn around to call your dog. They're not. Okay. Wait. I hold my signal. And I turn around. Yes. And I can either throw the cookie to her or throw the cookie past her. We're not actually doing a recall. All we're practicing is leaving. Hey. Wait. Wait. There you go. A little bit of looking away, that's stress. So she's.
If you were sequencing, like if they were just getting.
You wouldn't do it all in one shot like that. It would take more time. We just want to show it to you. She looked away. Nice over here. She just, she's a soft dog. She gets stressed really, really easy. So what I would have to do is I would have to work her closer and closer at shorter distances until she was comfortable with whoever was outside the ring. Okay? But I wouldn't correct her for looking at that. I would build on the short distances, and then we're going to do something later that will really help that a lot. Distractions need attention. That's a good one. Yeah. Do we want to do this one or two at a time, or can everybody?
I think we should do it two at a time. How many of you have three dogs?
We don't need to do that yet. We don't need to do that yet. Why don't we have everybody do short one? We split them up.
Three on that side, three on
Right. And see how they do. And if they do well, and then we'll just have two of you do recalls. Or we'll do one at a time. Come here, Shyla. Yes, just practice on your own. And we're going to watch. Lie down. Just practice on your own.
Wait.
And remember, you're helping your dog. So if they look away, it's not horrible. That's what we're trying to fix. So you want to go back and make sure they're watching. Come on. Okay, so Lisa, what you want to do, what's your weight command? What's your weight signal? You just say weight and you can. Okay, so you want to use that hand next time. You want to hit it's right there. Okay, maybe I can make that clear. Whatever hand you yeah.
I'd go back and start. Wait.
Well, then don't go so far away.
Wait.
Stay. You go back to after when he looked down.
Wait.
Get his attention again.
Wait.
And don't go so far the next time so you can worry.
We can throw it behind him, Sharon. Wait.
You can throw it at him or you can throw it behind you. I don't know that one of them.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Later you can throw it. Where's she going to go though? The ball's right there.
You should look away and just back up and
Right. And make sure you give the whatever
Wait.
your command is. Yes. Okay. Wait. Whatever it is, to get the watch. Wait. To release.
Wait. 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 Yes.
Yeah, that's,
Good girl.
it's got hair all over
Wait.
Okay, so
Wait. Wait. Yes. Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Girl. Girl. Wait.
that's why I never cut my teeth off and stuff before I come to class.
Okay. Wait. 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 Here it is. Sit. Wait. She's looking at the floor for the food. Wait.
Okay, but is that your weight signal? That is your weight signal.
That's my wait.
You need to have it like your signal. And you want to have your back to her.
Wait.
Okay, so go back and put it right on the end of your nose and try stepping away.
Wait. She's looking around on the floor for what's.
She's like, wait.
Wait.
Go back again, go straight back to your position. And throw it right away to her so that she gets a reward.
That's a girl.
Or if you want to go back into it,
When I threw it, she was so graceful. And it went right past her just to see her. Okay. Sit. Wait. Wait.
reward her. Okay, you can't reward her. You can't reward her now. If she looks away, you can't reward her. You just gotta go back and start over.
Wait.
Okay, so one thing, I'm starting to get my no, go tell her wait. You want to come.
Okay.
So wait. Okay.
Okay. Here. Good girl. Come on, I got it. Sylvie, sit.
Stay.
Sit.
Yes. I thought Sharon had to cook it.
Wait.
Come away.
Wait. Sylvie. Sit. Wait. Yes. Sit. Sit. Wait. Yes. Wait. She took the whole thing. I'd open her mouth and get it out. Sit. Wait. Yes. Good girl.
I was like this to try it.
Yeah. It's like, don't face them.
No, you're not facing that. Say her back to that.
Wait. Wait. Yes. Good girl.
Yeah, we're not worried at the distance of the time right now. Just rewarding them a lot. And then what? There, that's better. See? You missed it.
One day you're important, next day you're down here, right?
You had his attention for one stuff. Yes. Sometimes that's all you want yet.
Yes. Wait. Wait.
Good.
Wait.
If that's what you have to do tonight, that's what you have to do. But when she figures out you got the big, she's doing better already.
Yes. Good girl. Wait. Watch. Watch. Wait.
All three of these guys will be great with this. Right.
All right, you're gonna go to the next
Do you
exercise.
guys have any questions? Do you understand? You're giving them, you're actually giving them the
Okay.
standard. All right. Now this is distractions. Yeah. On your paper it says distractions.
What?
And again, your title's not going to try to do this. She's got her title, but that doesn't mean she has great attention or anything. So, walk up and
But
we have to explain to her what she's doing.
or else you
Anybody know how to use a video camera?
They won't let me say the voice for video.
Your husband does.
Well, all you have to do is have, you don't have to.
Well, you do.
She got really close. Tyler did a good job. You don't always want to wait for the next people.
Yeah, exactly. You want to.
But now,
I'm gonna
Distraction.
Can I make something that you can touch her?
alright, this eventually needs to stand. And down the road. Not tonight, but eventually needs to stand. Good girl. That's good. So, she didn't get a legal correction or anything. You want to explain her? She didn't get a legal correction, but she got a that's wrong. And then when Janie came back and we referred her again, and she didn't look at Janie, she got a report. Okay.
Now then,
Distraction comes, they know the location.
Oh, girl, yes, yes. Well, we don't want her to because if she moves, she will go away.
They decided to run out of the yard, turn around and go home. And it was
Bad.
one time. And that's all.
She's like, she's doing this like your dogs are. So she's bending over and reaching for it. That's a natural thing for your dog to do. Anybody would. We're teaching them to pay attention to us no matter what's going on around them. We're pushing this to a higher limit, higher goal than the dog just casually watching us.
They ran out of the yard while they were playing with her.
The end goal would be that she could do a stand like in novice or in utility and not take her eyes off the field. Okay, watch it the whole time no matter where the judge is, or even if the judge is standing there. I don't think she can do that.
Not everyone uses it. Like she's probably going to run in the panic. Every time. But like it was such a non-issue. It took them like 3 weeks or so to even be like, oh, could it be because of this? Yes, it could be.
Her eyes was a little bit, like so much better. I'm going to reward her. Okay, that was a big step for her. When I was to build up her confidence a little bit.
Oh, I know it. You could get your, I mean, that's a great way to get your dog to hold a staff. Yeah. So they could be going over and you could be out front.
Yeah.
And I told people last night.
Alright, so we have to try it?
Yes.
Alright, everybody. Let's go around. Okay, so next week, guys, bring crates so that we can do a little bit where the two of you work together a little bit on this and then go get another dog. Because it would take less time if you guys are helping us with stuff like this than if we have to. Okay. Well, not this week, because not everybody has it. But next week, we're going to plan on that. Okay.
That's it.
All right. So I'm gonna put my dog down. Lie down. Get your dog sitting. Down.
That's all right, I'm running Jean.
We're starting out in heel position.
So we need, Carol, could you put your dog in the down?
Okay.
And you help him? No, you two guys will be a partner and you'll take turns. You'll switch off.
All right.
Okay? Would that be all right?
Yeah. That's good.
Joanne, I can help someone.
Okay.
They'll just be two people.
We gotta know what we're doing.
So they need to walk forward towards your dog. Right.
So Joanne and Bob. So one of you will put your dog.
Okay, great start. Okay, now your objective is to solve this pressure point. Your objective is to releasing and feeding before she gets to that point. Yes. Too late, you fed him after he looked away. Feed. Yes.
And I don't.
So all we're practicing right now are your markers. And hopefully everybody's only going to be practicing their yes marker. Yeah, whatever command you want. I don't think it matters what command.
Yeah, you're all going to do it all on your own. We're not going to call it.
Do it on your own. Do it 2 or 3 times, and
Yes. Yes.
Now
all
you
right.
say,
Now wait a minute.
you don't say good.
Now, well,
If they do it
we're not-
correctly,
yes,
do
is a
they, you
release.
say good?
No, you say yes, and they get the cookie.
So I'm going to say go because I use yes for something else.
Okay.
So,
You can say, yeah, you can use your marker word as go. That's fine.
so watch me and see if I do this.
Okay.
Girl, yes is enough.
Okay, sit.
And this is their way of doing that.
Okay.
What we're doing?
Okay.
This is all based on.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. Good job.
That was good. That was yes.
I do it right?
Yeah.
Down. Down.
Yes. Good job.
Good job. Okay.
Great. Good. Okay, here. Sit. Yes. Good. Down. Yes.
Very good. You got it.
Good. Do I have to sign a release? I mean, if this is going on YouTube. How about Watson? Does he have to sign a release?
Gonna make you a star.
That's right. Yes.
Am I doing that right?
Yep. All right, you're the last one.
Down.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I do anyhow. So.
Whatever signal you want, but I'm doing it just to make it easy communication. Right. So what they would do is they would be wait, and she would hold the command, or hold the thing, and then I think at first she steps back.
Either step, yeah.
The first couple feet, they just step back and you work it out. Wait. Girl. Now after she has that down, it would be wait. Do I stay turned this way? I stay turned this way.
Yeah, and what she's making sure of is that her dog is not looking away. As she walks away, she's watching. What do you do if the dog looks away?
You just go back.
Start over.
Start over. There's no correction for looking away. What you would do is, let's say she was watching me here, but when I got
There.
4 or 5 feet out from that, she stopped watching. Then I would shorten the distance I was going, so I would reward her more. Okay.
Let her be successful.
I wanted my job is to make her successful. All right. With this method that we're doing right here, our job is not to correct the dog, but to make sure the dog is successful. Okay. So do it one more time, and we can all try it. Whatever level you're at, wait. Alright. And then you want the dog to come immediately back to you, not be searching
The floor.
That is very good cheese, by the way. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, then the recall, the final part.
Oh, okay. So now, this is all building up to the recall. So the dog watches you, and when you get down at the other end of the ring, turn around to call your dog.
They're not.
They're not. Okay? So, come on. Get in. Wait. So I hold my signal. And I turn around. Yes. throw the cookie to her or throw the cookie past her. We're not actually doing a recall. All we're practicing is leaving. Wait. Wait. That little bit of looking away, that's stress. Okay. But I wouldn't correct her for looking at that. I would build on the short distances, and then we're going to do something later that will really help that a lot. Distractions mean attention. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, that one's a good
That's
one.
a good one. All right, Shiloh, lay down. Do we want to do this one? Lie down. Okay. Just practice on your own.
Wait.
And remember, you're helping your dog. So if they look away, it's not horrible. That's what we're trying to fix. So you want to go back and make sure they're watching. Okay, so Lisa, what you want to do, what's your wait command? What's your wait signal? You just say wait, you don't use the hand? Okay, so you want to keep that hand this way. Next time, can I hand this?
And you want to say wait. You don't want to say watch. Yeah, you want the wait.
And just go back and reward her for that?
Or you can throw it. Throw it. Let her get it. Whoops. I'd go back and start over.
Well, then don't go too far away.
Wait.
Oh, start over.
Go back to when you look down.
Wait.
Okay, now. Yeah, I would start short.
Are we calling too?
No, you don't call them back. You just, well, you have to call them back after you throw your treat, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Are we calling?
Yeah, call them back. Are you afraid that?
No, I just need more treats.
You know what? I don't have any.
I'll just work with what I got.
Okay. Sharon usually has a ton.
Well, I've got them out there.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, come.
Get knocked down.
Throw it.
Good.
Up. Yep, go back.
That was good that you talked though. Wait. Wait. Do it now. Yes. I thought you were going to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do it. I will this
I
time.
was going to try.
I would throw the treat past you though. Make them move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try again. Ready? Hard to get good help watching. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Ready?
That was good.
Watch. Wait.
Is he looking for
What
crumbs?
he's looking for?
He might be
Wait.
looking for crumbs.
Wait. Wait.
Okay, that's good. Right there. Reward. Go ahead, throw it. Yeah, good job.
I hate to have meat off the floor, but you know this. You have to do it on some of these exercises.
Yeah.
Do it right?
Yeah, you did. If
Okay.
Wait.
okay, you don't have your hand up there. They're watching your. So the idea is that they're watching your hand. Give them
They
the.
want our hand up?
Yep.
They wanted the right hand up, didn't they?
Well, it depends on how you give your weight sign. Like if you're doing utility, you know how you come across with your right hand? That's the way I would do it. That's the way they showed on the video. Yeah, and you hold your hand out.
I guess my question is, when I'm leaving, you want me to go wait, keep the hand food here? Or am I doing wait, so she can see the food?
Wait.
You know what
The
I'm
treat
asking?
is in the right hand, I
The one that I'm
believe.
telling him to wait with. Wait. They want me to do that? I'll get it right sooner or later.
You're the teacher, right?
That's why I ask so many questions.
Yeah.
That's where Mitch gets it from. Heel. There, yes. Wait.
Now throw the treat. Good job. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Chloe! She doesn't have any food for you. It's me. It's
Wait. 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 Wait.
I'll walk away. I'll walk away.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Now you wanna, if you can, diminish the amount of time, many times you say wait.
Okay.
Maybe try to just do it twice the next time, and then slowly go down to one.
Sit. Wait.
Good job. That's perfect. And then when you think you're ready, go ahead and face them. And then, but don't call them. You throw it either at them or to get them away.
Sit. Wait. Yes. Good girl.
I was like this to Shiner.
Yeah, it's like
No, you're not facing them. You got your back to them.
Wait. Wait. Yes. Good girl.
Yeah, we're not worried at the distance and time right now. Just rewarding them a lot. And they're there, that's better. See? Oh, you missed it.
Trying to get his attention
You had his attention.
for 1 second.
Yes. And sometimes
but
that's all you
reward
get.
that second. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you
Stay. Stay.
It's all right.
Watch. Watch.
Wait.
Stay.
Wait.
You know what? His dog was doing the same thing. They look at your feet
Well, he's looking.
Wait.
for the treat. Now.
Get in.
Stay. Watch. Watch. Watch.
Crumb. I think
What?
that's crumb.
Yes.
There you go.
You've got the big.
Doing it when I was facing him, but now that I turned around, it's a
Yeah.
whole new thing. I guess it is because we're walking away. Stay.
What time is it?
Watch. Watch.
Wait. Wait.
Stay.
There you go. Good job.
So we're going to start with the dog in heel position. And I have her attention.
And all I'm gonna do is walk forward.
Yes, good girl. But she got really close. Shiloh was did a good job. Well, you don't always want to wait till they make a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. You wanna.
So now,
We're
we're going to fast forward this, come from a different direction. Yes, good girl. You can touch her. All
Sit.
right, because this eventually leads to the stand.
Down.
Down the road. Not tonight, but eventually leads to the stand. Watch. Good girl. That's good. Yes, good girl.
So,
So, she didn't get a leash correction or anything. You want to explain it or?
no, go ahead.
She didn't get a leash correction, but she got a that's wrong. And then when Janie came back and reached for her again, and she didn't look at Janie, she got a reward. Okay.
Now then, after you get to that, walk slowly closer, mark with the no collar. Do from heel in front, go to the end of the lead is the next part.
With me in front. Okay, so let's start out with me close in front though.
Okay.
Down.
Watch. Good.
I would have given her a yes before that.
Okay, yes, good girl. Don't just walk up on the judge would. Good. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to give it to her before you point touch her this time. Oh, good girl. Yes, yes. What we don't want her to think is that if she moves, it makes Janie go away. That it scares the boogeyman off. Keep at it. Okay? And, you know, she's new to this just like your dogs are. So she sees Janie coming over and reaching for her, she looks at her. That's a natural thing for your dog to do. Anybody would, okay? But we're teaching them to pay attention to us no matter what's going on around them. So we're pushing this to a higher limit, higher goal than the dog just casually watching us. We want them to pay attention to us. The end goal would be that she could do a stand like in novice or in utility and not take her eyes off of me. Okay? Watch me the whole time no matter where the judge is or even if the judge is examining her. I don't think she can do that, but we'll do. Stay. Good girl. Stay. Okay, yes. Now her eyes moved a little bit, but it was so much better, I went ahead and rewarded her. Okay? Because that was a big step for her. What I wasn't doing before, and I should have been telling you guys, is I started to praise her to build up her confidence a little bit.
Oh, I know it.
Now that we, made all those things about shooting sports and stuff,
You could get your, that's a great way to get your dog to hold a stack too.
yeah.
While they can be gone over and you can be out front.
Yeah. True. All right, so shall we try it?
Yes.
Gwen has to get her back on track.
So this is, I'm just going to walk. I'm not going to touch your dog at this point.
Right. Reward.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, do it again. Reward.
Good job.
Yes.
You want to let me get a little closer?
Yes.
Oops.
Take her eyes. She moved her head, but she still kept watching me.
Did she? Okay.
And are we saying watch? We are. Because we will something different.
Okay, back up, Bob. And try it again. I knew that was coming.
Come on. Here. Sit.
I would reward a little bit more quickly this time, and then.
Yes.
Okay. Whoops.
Yes. Good girl.
Yeah.
She's doing very well, I think.
She is. Okay, you guys, yeah, come in from a different direction. Reward her.
Yes.
Okay. Go back, Bob. Okay. Reward.
Good
Yes.
girl. Okay.
Good job. That was wonderful.
Play down now.
Okay, so try coming from an angle and then do it with tapping with me in front. Okay. Oh, I'm in the way.
Joanne did it with Sylvie. Sylvie was excellent.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
First baby snap.
Good.
You ready?
Good. Approach more towards the front.
Like a judge would.
Yes.
You two are just show us.
You're going to try, let's do it this way. Here. Watch it. Yep. Good.
Okay, now do it from the front position.
Sit. Stay. Look up. Good. Good. Yes, very good, Watson. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Well, this is the good team over there.
Yep.
Good boy. Keep watching. Stop. Yes.
This side was completely different.
Or maybe he's blind in that eye. Feet. Good.
Boy.
And then I want you guys to switch off pretty quick.
So we're going to do that in the office. There's only that little bit of heat off these.
Okay, so a girl.
Is it bad if she's watching my hand and not me?
She's
not looking away.
She's watching the hand behind your back.
Well, yeah, I just pulled it out. That's why I was asking. Do you want me to keep it right here?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when I was leaving Shyla, I was holding that hand out with the cookie. I wanted to look right at the hand.
Not me.
Well, that your hand is part of you. If she, you know what? If she follows your hand in the ring, you can get her to heel beautifully. So it doesn't matter if it's your hip or your hand.
Okay, now go in front of her, Perry. You should have said yes.
Yeah, you should. You want to reward her a few times here.
Watch. Sit. Oh, she wants the food.
Okay, now.
I train Charm mostly by myself. She's never done a restrained recall. I'm going to ask you to move over there, Bob. And I had to figure out a way to speed her up without having somebody restrain her. So I just started throwing the food. Turn it. Girl, go. Turn it. Come. Okay. Okay, turn. So mostly she's running and playing track. Mostly she's running. If we had a little more room, she might go a little faster, but I'm happy with that. It's a nice brisk trot. Charm. Good. Sit. Yeah, I see that sit. But all I'm trying to do is get her motivated, focused on me, and want to come to me. And I'm going to get some speed. I'm going to get rugby speed. Probably not. You know, I don't think she's capable of running as fast as Rugby. Her little stubby legs don't go that fast. But this really, really, really did help the speed on her recalls from just randomly calling her, letting her chase the food. And if I was here training her by myself, I'd probably get her even more worked up and throw the cookies even further before I ask her to come sit. And when I call her, I do want her to come and sit in front. Okay. So, do we want to try that on my leash? Contain my dog.
Oh, never mind. Perry's going.
Which way are you going?
Yeah, no, yes. Turn. Okay, you want to be kind of in the middle, you're throwing the food past yourself, so she's running past you to get the other treat. As soon as she picks that up, you want to throw it the other way past you.
Let's go. Go. Come.
Once she gets the hang of it. Okay. Now, I would have done it 4 or 5 times at this point. I only did it a few times with her. Okay, so I'll do it again and throw the food 4 or 5 times. As soon as she turns around, make sure she sees the treat and throw it past herself. And then when she really gets worked up, then call her. Charm says, I'm worked up. I'll go.
Go. Like that. Throw it as soon as you come. Go. Good girl. Come on, come on, come on. Come. Go, 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 go. Come.
I'm not invited to the party.
Good girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go. Come.
Nice, good job.
You're going to want to use cheese because it'll show up better.
You won't eat cheese.
Is there anything like colored chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't need a lot of it. You don't need it for the rest of the training, just the recall.
You, chicken.
So I would get something that's whitish colored so she can see it better. She has a little trouble seeing it.
Okay, Bob.
This one, right there. Yeah, cottage cheese, I don't think so.
No, you want to talk about drool, then we drool with cheese.
With that window, it's like, they started at like 8 in the morning.
Watch it, come.
And they went to like 5 or 6.
Nice.
Did you get it? That's it. That's it.
That was nice. Very nice.
Did you just say come for the last time, or do you call
No,
them to
you should say come. Every time they reach the food, you say their name and come. So, and then when they see you, that's so to make sure they see you throw.
Pick, come. Pick, come. Come. Pick her, come. Pick her, come.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, who's back there? Who's hiding?
I want to show you something. We have a nun in our class, in our physical center. She bought him
That's why he's doing so good.
Yes. Sky, come. Okay. Sky, come.
Nice. Good.
Where do you want me?
Now, let's do it yeah. Come over just a little bit. There you go. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Leave your dog. Okay.
Stay.
Go ahead. And this is that's going to work on what we did earlier. Do you see how, as soon as she turned to stay, his head went down and he wasn't watching her. So that's what we're going. That's what that first lesson was on. Was we're doing on that. That's what that's going to improve. Hey, leave your dog.
Stay. Overcome.
Beautiful. Can they finish or just release?
Heel.
Okay. Now you move your shoulders on that.
That's a bad habit of mine.
Okay. And I can tell you exactly who will hit you for it. Janet Lewis. Because I stewarded for her. And she told some of the top handlers in the country when they came back and wanted to know why they got the score they got, she says, because on every finish you did this. And I hit you for it.
So she hit him for watching the dog.
The shoulders moved.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
just,
they
okay.
call that a second command.
Yes. So, you know, if you just move your head, you might be okay. But don't be doing this.
I go like this with Winnie when I tell her, get it?
Well, and I see people on the recall too doing come. Or bending their head forward. You see it all the time, and a lot of judges don't hit for it. Then they get somebody like Janet Lewis, and they're like all bent out of shape because they got hit for it, and they should have been getting hit all the time.
Okay, you want to call for...
Yeah. Are you ready? Okay, now get her all happy up.
So, Sylvie. She is happy. She's eating crumbs. Okay, watch. Sylvie.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah.
Did you get that recorded?
That's not...
Sure, Sharon, go ahead. Sylvie, come on. Come on.
That's
Good
not...
girl.
There. That's
Good
what you want to do
girl.
to get her head.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait for it. Yeah.
Okay, leave when you're ready.
Sylvie, wait. Sylvie, come.
She had a really nice watch.
Yes, good girl.
Excellent.
Girl.
Very
She had a
nice.
really nice watch when you were walking.
Did she?
away. Yes.
Come on.
Really nice.
Come on.
Yep. Come on, Kath.
Girl. She was watching to see if I drop something. Come on, Sylvie.
Are you ready? Yes. Leave your dog.
Wait.
Paul. Nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Good job.
That was nice.
Now I have a question.
Come on in.
Come on, ready? Let's go. Come on.
Don't breathe, don't move, don't blink.
Are you ready?
Watch.
Me?
Stay. Breaker, come.
Exercise finished.
Nice. You had good attention also. Yeah. Good attention.
Very good attention.
Did everybody do it?
No.
Okay, come on.
He was a little antsy.
Yeah. His butt left
He
the...
never actually got up, but you could tell
We
he was
have
a
to
little-
work on that. That's
Yeah,
something that he
he's just
has
a little antsy,
pants
but
in his
he's
pants
okay.
all the time.
I don't think they would hit you for that, but it could lead to worse things.
It leads to worse things during his sex
Okay, all right. All right.
Well, but quit sniffing every ass that goes past you. It's not very good coming. Or me going.
That's it. Good. Good.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready?
Leave your dog.
Stay.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Watson. Okay. Okay. Good boy.
Very nice.
Good boy. Here, here we go.
Okay, and you got one more? Okay.
Here we go. Good job.
I think you guys will be pleased as you watch how many dogs really watched you as you walked away after doing all those previous exercises.
Are you ready? Leave when you're ready.
Wait. Hi, Cup.
Exercise finish, whatever you want to do.
Yay!
So,
Did I move?
no, she didn't move. She slowed down as she got to you, which a lot of dogs do. Okay? And a way to help that is to do really short recalls on lead, little pop-up recalls, so that they get used to coming in and sit. You sit. So just little short recalls. Come. Good girl. Come. Okay. I don't care if she jumps on me right now. All I'm looking for is that she pops into me and she's really excited to be with me. All right. So that's something I would do with her. Is a lot of little short recalls. Don't worry about perfection. Worry about attitude first.
My question now is, since I've been working on the drop on recall, is she waiting for that drop? That's why she's slowing down at that point.
She's pretty close to you when she's slowing down. I mean,
That's where they drop is where she starts to slow down, right? No.
No, she was closer. She was past the drop point. She was past the halfway point. You know, she wasn't a speed demon, but she was coming fast enough. She was trotting.
Right.
She was fine. And then she got, I would say, 6 feet from you. She slowed down, and I could be wrong, but she slowed down noticeably. I don't know if it was to a walk or what. I have to look at the video again. But she didn't fly right in and sit in front of you.
Right.
Okay. But yes, a drop will definitely slow you down your recall if you're not careful. You have to make sure you're still practicing lots of fun recalls and fun recall from a down.
Right.
So they learn to, you know.
Right.
Okay. So, anybody want to work on recalls anymore?
We could do recalls with a distraction thrown in. Just do one more set of them.
You want to do that?
Since it's proofing.
This cheese is really good.
I want the liver to go with it.
Here somewhere. This is your recall. Do you have any questions? Are you ready?
Yes.
Leave your dog. Stay. Call your dog. Call your dog.
Oliver, come!
Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
So that right there was something for you to watch. She got up, she turned around, and she looked down here. I, as a judge, thought she was saying, "I'm ready," and then she looked down and readjusted her feet. So when you walk down here, and you turn around, if you need to adjust your feet, and I usually do, don't look at that judge until you're ready to call your dog. Okay. Because he's going to say, "Call your dog," and she was moving as we both did it right at the same time. Okay. So you can adjust your feet when you get down there. Just don't make eye contact with the judge. All right, you got a leg going so far, lady.
Good girl. Sit. Come on, Sylvie, sit. Good girl.
Okay, this is your recall. Do you have any questions?
No.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Leave your dog.
Wait.
Call your dog.
Sylvie, come.
Exercise finished. Yes. Never even, I mean, neither of those dogs never even look at the judge. No. And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything.
Did she keep watching you?
Yes, she watched. I couldn't see her look away. If she looked away, it was just her eyes moving, and I can't see through the back of her head.
Come on.
Let's have another one.
Okay,
I'm going to do one last thing.
Don't do that. Sit. Good boy.
There used to be a judge called John Sinclair. He'd get right behind the dogs as they did their fronts.
Well, sometimes they hold their hands up, and that distracts the dogs too.
Yeah.
When they do this sort of
Well, I was holding my hand up before, so I'll just
thing.
focus
That's
here.
fine.
You have any questions?
No.
Are you ready?
Watson? Ready?
Leave your dog.
Stay.
Call your dog.
Watson, front.
Exercise finished.
Yes, good boy. Good.
and a lot of
A judge, John Sinclair, that he would come up
Yeah, they want
and
me.
he would
Yeah.
He would literally do this, and he'd get behind on the side. Look at that. I mean, the first time I ever showed it to him, I'm standing there like, oh my God. He's dead now. Next.
a lot of judges will put their hand up as the person walks away. Their hand goes up. I know my dog is looked back.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gently moving the clipboard as if
Yeah.
I'm just not even thinking about it. Because they do that, they don't think that dogs react to that. Okay, this is your recall. Are you ready?
Ready?
Leave your dog.
Stay.
Call your dog.
Come.
Exercise finished.
Good job.
Somebody else. Okay, this is your recall. Do you have any questions? Are you ready?
Yes.
Leave your dog. Call your dog.
Right, come.
Exercise finished. Whatever you want to do.
Very nice.
Now, judges usually stand 5 or 6 feet away from Newfoundlands just in case they shake their head.
I always wipe mine before we get there because I don't think the dog's after us like the drool on the floor. I did that and Jeff was right after me and I walked out. He goes, thank you. Sit. Straighten out. Heel.
Okay, this is what you wanted to work on, right? Trying to get her.
No, she knows this. She knows that it's healing and then sit. She's tired. There you go. That's bad.
This is your recall. Do you have any questions?
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Leave your dog.
Wait.
You can't see me.
They feel it.
Call your dog.
Holly, come.
It's me. It's the judge.
Can I use food?
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, this is your recall. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Leave your dog.
Wait.
Call your dog.
Holly, come!
Whatever you want to do. So why did you put the food behind your back?
Because she was going to come around me. Because she knew I had food. I don't usually train until I get it out after we finish.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And I agree. Yeah, it's my dog's, past my dog's bedtime too. So you have to figure out a way to, a little game to play with your dog, a way to motivate your dog to be interested in what you're doing. Okay? If this is clipboard away, it's hard to get.
That Marva is a real trouble.
I got a wildfire over here. Having too much fun.
I would never want my dog, and I would always try to encourage my dog that if they were getting tired, I'd say, okay, our training session is done, but before I put you away, you have to play with me. And you have to play with me in a fun way. You know, I have to figure out some way to get you to have fun with me and play with me. And beep, yeah, what a dog, huh? Good girl. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I would not let them walk out of the ring in a training session and be like, I'm so glad this is over. All right. I want them to think, darn, we're done. You always want to finish on a high note. You always want to finish with the dog wanting more. Other thing I noticed on some of the recalls is on your front, the dog, that some of the dogs were backing up to get the reward. If your dog is doing that, practice getting them to come in closer to the reward. Even if they're jumping on you, because they're already released. Okay. Okay. Now I normally spit the food, but not everybody does. But that's what I want. I want her to come in as close and be excited and happy. Oh yeah, you're real happy now. I want her to come in and charge in and just want to sit as close to me as she can. All right.
In my case, it's okay to have them come in and touch.
Huh?
It's okay in my case to have them come in and touch.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't want them jumping on me.
Oh, no, they don't have to jump. I just don't want to see them backing away to get their food reward.
Right.
Well, they didn't have to get up like she did. I want them, if they just lean forward, that's fine. Just don't want them to, you know, sit. I'm sure I can get her to do it. Okay, you know, and then she backs up and gets the food reward. The food reward, you always have to reach forward to get it, never backwards to get it.
So what do you do with the dog that when they sit back rather than sitting tucking? How do you fix the dog that sits back, rocks back to sit rather than tuck to sit?
Well, most dogs will rock back if you give them an opportunity. Charm. So you just that's part of that. She has to come forward to get the cookie. She has to come forward to get it. She never gets it if she does that. Okay. She only gets it for coming forward.
So you do scoot backs to get them to come closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever works for your dog. Well, just keep them moving forward, forward, forward into you. Okay? You don't want them backing up and getting a cookie, and you don't want them to not be excited about it. There are some chunky dogs in this class, by the way. And, you know, food training is, you know, so positive, but if you really think about it, people that are really, really into training with food, and I have told people to do this, and I have done this with Charm, a lot of her meals are hand-fed, and she has to work for them. Well, that's force in itself, because you're going to starve if you don't.
Be careful.
I mean, I wouldn't actually let her starve. But as far as she knows, she doesn't get her dinner if she doesn't work for it. Okay? So So training is nothing to her. She's used to it. Training is fun. That gets her food. Okay? And then, you know, you need to figure out some ways to get your dog to play with you on lead.